Okay, hello everyone and welcome to this new YouTube video. So this video is 10 signs of autism or Asperger's syndrome in a person. So with autism, it is a hidden disability. So like hashtag autism has no look. So it's very hard, you can't visibly see if someone is autistic. However, saying that, there are signs to look out for. So if you're not sure if you or someone you know is autistic, then it could be one of these 10 things. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Okay, so starting off with number one, these are in no particular order, but number one is eye contact. So a lot of times people with autism or Asperger's, they can struggle with eye contact. Now, it's not always that they won't look you in the eye. Sometimes they'll look you in the eye too much, so they won't break eye contact at all. So it's not always the case that they never look at you. It can be a case that they look at you too much and they don't understand kind of like what to do with the eye contact. So number two is difficulty socializing with others. Now, just like eye contact, this can be one of two ways. The first way is they avoid social situations altogether, so they'll be really quiet and they'll keep to themselves. Or another thing is they'll be involved in a lot of social situations, but they won't know how to act, so they might talk too much, they might talk about inappropriate things. That is one of the things they'll find it difficult with social interactions. Tip number three is hypersensitivity. So what I mean by this is they might be overly sensitive to certain things. This can include stuff like loud noises that they might find that a lot more uncomfortable than someone who doesn't have Asperger's. Certain materials and fabrics, so for example like the tags in the back of your t-shirts, they might be extremely uncomfortable and unbearable for people with Asperger's. For me, a big thing is anything kind of on the face, so hats or stuff like face masks. I really struggle with stuff like that. I've just got a lot of hypersensitivity on my face and head for some reason, whereas I don't mind like stuff like tags as much, and I used to struggle a lot with loud noises as a kid. So number three could be hypersensitivity to certain things. Number four, and this is probably my biggest one, is struggling with change. So it doesn't matter how big or small the change is. A lot of times people with autism can struggle with any sort of change. So if that is the case, then be as supportive and as you can, because some of it might seem like a small change for you, could be a massive change for someone with autism. I've actually done a video all about dealing with change, so I will pop it right up there. So after you finish watching this video, of course, if you go and watch that one, that'll explain all about dealing with change if you have Asperger's or autism. Point number five is repetitive behaviour. So what I mean by this is this could be talking or touching. So they might they might have a twitch that they'll do repetitively. It could be like a nervous twitch or anything like that, or just something that they do. Or they could like touch certain things or walk in a certain way, like avoiding certain patterns and stuff like that. And also with what they say, they might say the same thing over and over again. They might have something that they like a noise that they like to make. That can be very common with people with autism. Tip number six is misunderstanding social cues. So what I mean by that is sometimes they might not be able to pick up on how someone is coming across, so they might not be able to understand certain emotions. So let's say, for example, if someone is upset, someone with autism might not be able to pick that up as easy as someone who is not. And a big one could be sarcasm. So a lot of times we'll struggle to be able to tell if someone is being sarcastic or not. And another one could be body language. So for example, if someone's like slumped over, they're looking down quite a bit, we might not be able to pick up that they're like sad or nervous. We might just think that they're sitting down, whereas that's not always the case. So number six is misunderstanding certain social cues. So number seven is that a lot of times we can pick up patterns on things that might be less obvious to other people. This is why a lot of people with Asperger's are above average intelligence, because they can pick up on a lot of things that others don't. So like your Bill Gates, your Albert Einsteins, these are like big examples of famous smart people with Asperger's. And then obviously you've got like Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory. So a lot of times we can like pick up and see a lot of things that others might not notice. For example, we had like a printer at school, and I picked up it were American because of the way that colour was spelt on the printer, whereas all the teachers and all the kids were like, oh, I never noticed that. And there's a few other things as well, like a few things in the gym I've picked up on and stuff like that. So yeah, that is a really good thing. Like I say, I'm trying to include as many positives as I can, just so you get a broad range of different things. So number 7 is we can pick up on a lot of things that others might not pick up on. So number 8 is we have very narrow interests. So what I mean by this is we have our things that we're interested in, and we will put all of our attention on that, and we're not really as bothered about other stuff that doesn't interfere with what we're interested in. So what this means is, for example, if our interest, for me, is like fitness, it could be like training, science, all that stuff, we'll put pretty much all of our attention onto that and really focus on that sort of stuff. Whereas stuff that doesn't interest us, so like maybe certain films and stuff like that, we'll kind of not pay any interest to at all. Or not at all, but like a lot less than we would with other stuff. So number 9 is struggling to express how we feel and our emotions. So a lot of times we can really struggle if someone asks us like how we're doing, and we would really struggle to kind of explain. So like if we're feeling sad, we might not be able to say like what we're feeling sad about. We might be able to say like, oh, I'm sad, but not really understand why. Another reason is we might struggle with emotions, so we could hold a lot in, and it can all come out at once as well, like with a meltdown, because like we'll struggle to kind of express our emotions and our feelings, so that can all come out in a meltdown sometimes. So yeah, number 9 is we can really struggle to express how we're feeling and our emotions. And I've saved number 10 for last because this is very, very broad and it's a big topic within the autism community. So I thought I'd leave for last. Number 10 is empathy. So why I've left this till last is because it's quite a big debate. A lot of people say like people with autism have no empathy, whereas some people say they have a lot more empathy than other people. So for me, I've always felt like empathy is my strong point. I'm really good with empathetic. I can really see people's points of views, and like I can see like every point of view, which I think is like one of my biggest strengths. However, I know a lot of people with Aspergers and autism, they struggle with empathy, and like a lot of people say like this person shows no empathy. So it can kind of be one or the other. With empathy, I don't believe it's one thing fits all, and this is why I've saved it till last, just to give my opinion, because it's such a big topic kind of in it. So I think it depends on the person. So like with me, I show a lot of empathy, whereas some people show no empathy. So like I say, it can either be one or the other. It's not one shape fits all. Okay, so there are the 10 tips. In the comments below, let me know if I have missed something, or if you have any signs that you want to put in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and learned anything, please like the video, it helps the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a video. For more videos like this, I have linked my Aspergers and Autism playlist in the description below, along with all my social medias, so that you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all of the others. However, I'm going to leave the video there, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned something today, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.